Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. Any position works. And of course today is a shorter meditation, so the position isn't as important. So you just want to find something that's comfortable, something that works for you, something where you're not wanting to shift and move during the practice. But again, it's a short practice, so the position isn't all that important. We also, of course, keep our eyes open during this practice. But if you've learned and you feel more comfortable to practice with your eyes closed, also not a problem. Go ahead and do that. But if your eyes are open, go and just leave the screen alone and drop them gently down on the floor or the desk or the carpet, whatever's just below you. We're not staring at a particular spot on the floor or analyzing it, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We just have a gentle, clear gaze directed softly downwards. You're in a nice, comfortable seated position and your eyes are either open or closed. If open, pointed down. What is here when there are no problems to be solved? What is here when there are no problems to be solved? There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. And there's no one to become. What's left? And you'll notice how the mind will start scrambling for answers. It'll start saying things like, well, I'm here, the floor's here, this is here. And it's starting to think about this question. But this question is unanswerable in words. So any thought, any idea, any sense of, oh, now I understand, throw it away. And let me ask you again. What is here when there are no problems to be solved? There may be a sense of confusion, not understanding this question. And if that's true, just stay confused. Don't try to figure anything out. Or your attention is moved to this. I can even ask, where does the attention go? What happens when we ask, what is here? When there's absolutely nothing to do. Can't you see that there's only this? And even that is saying too much. This is it. There's only this. And notice how it feels maybe that you're some sort of separate thing apart from the world around you. That you are this individual that is in a world, separated from it. That you are an observer of this or this moment. But you somehow are outside of it, looking in. Is this true? How are you not this moment? How are you some sort of separate thing? We go back to the question, what is here when there are no problems to be solved? Stay. Is there a separate looker of this? Or are you it? There is no you that sees this moment. You are this moment. You're it. So just rest. All right, you can look at the screen. Many of us approach meditation trying to get something out of it. And if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you know that I bring this up a lot because it's a mistake people make. Although meditation will give you clarity, allow you to be happier, more senses of well-being, attention span increases, your ability to pay attention to people and when they're talking to you, even to pay attention to the words I'm saying right now. It all gets better. But if we come to meditation to get those things, we won't get those things. Because you're not some separate thing that gets stuff. This practice is about recognizing what you are, what your mind is. And upon realizing that you are not some sort of separate entity pushed around by the universe. Now, I'm speaking, of course, strictly from a first-person point of view. I'm not making a scientific claim that there aren't individual persons. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying like that is separate from that, they're all one. I'm not making an ontological claim. I'm not making a claim about reality. I'm making a claim about your experience, just your experience. And we experience to be separate entities from experience, right? We feel to be outside of it looking in, as if there is some separated thing that is a personality, is a person, has a story, has problems, right? We feel that to be true. But with this practice, when you see through that illusion, from the first person perspective, when you see through that illusion, then all of those things you think you want, like better attention span, clarity, happiness, and all that, actually becomes unimportant, although they start coming on board. When you give up trying to become better, betterness comes your way because you're getting out of the way. This little me thing, mucking up the works, it's jamming the cogs, ruining the gears. And that's why in this practice, we're always investigating. What am I? Is there something outside looking in? There's an eye that sees that? Where is it? Look for that. You're not witnessing this moment. You are this moment. And upon knowing that through experience, not hearing my words and saying, oh, well, I am this experience. Okay. Not knowing it intellectually, but in an experiential way, understanding that you are what there is. Then everything about being better goes out the window. There's no need for it. There's nothing there in the first place to become better. And that is like waking up from a bad dream. This dream of little old me. Now, it's an important point to make. When I say these things, I'm not talking about like when people say you are the universe, or you are, you are one with everything. When I say that, I'm not talking about like a scientific thing. I'm not saying that your body is actually indeed the same as the concrete, right? Or the walls or the floor you're sitting on. That's not what I'm saying here. That's a different thing. That's the study ontologically, that's objective, that's studying objective facts. But from experience, from our experience, the experience you're having of watching this video right now, from that place, that is an experience of being one with the universe. It doesn't mean that that's indeed true, because we don't know that, but it does mean it's an experience. The feeling of no self, you can see right through it. Now I can make separate arguments about the lack of a self and the lack of free will, and that we are indeed one with the universe, but that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the experience you're having now. This is what will save you from the dream of me. And it's about leaving thinking alone. Now, if you have any questions about what I talk about here, of course, it's crazy sometimes, so please ask a question below in the comments. I answer all questions. And if you're new here, I post a video like this every single day. So join the Attentive Mind if you don't want to get involved in anything spiritual. It's a completely secular channel showing the bare roots of meditation, the practice. I'm here to just show you you. So thank you for showing up today. Thank you for showing up for your life. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.